So I just got off a call with 24/7, which is a hiring agency for agencies, and they had a social media manager position, and it was for paid social, and we were talking about it, and we just basically came to the conclusion that hey, even though you are qualified, you're not exactly what they're looking for, And I just started asking like just a barrage of just like hard hitting questions because basically what it came down to is the client was looking for somebody who's had experience with thousands of dollars in ad spend and not like a measly 10 to $50 $100 type ads. Even though even though the act of what you're doing is the same, the dollar amount is different, they still want you to have that experience. So I'm like, how do you go about getting that shit? If that's what the standard is, like, yo, we need somebody who's had experience with these numbers, then it's like, all right, so where do you go about getting that experience? So then people like y'all will not turn us down. So she was just like, it's really no perfect answer. It's like on some catch 22 shit. That's not what she said, but I'm paraphrasing. And, you know, she was just like, basically, I think what you need to do is just change your title. Like, maybe to like brand partnerships, brand strategist, partnership coordinator, and I was just, and my wheels start turning because, she was like, damn, I'm looking through your shit. I'm like, damn, like, you've really done some things. And I told her about my experience of when somebody said I was overqualified. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want somebody overqualified? That wouldn't they be like, oh, they're gonna do this with ease? So she broke it down to me as to why they wouldn't. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, context is everything. Like, what I'm telling you right now could trigger a different emotion if I just change the context. Like, like, let's say I'm in jail and I'm saying this. Like, that changes the whole context. Or if I'm on my deathbed saying this shit, changes the context. So I was just like, damn, if I just change my title on my resume and just like reform the context, I will probably be yielding a lot better results. So I'm on my way to meet with Stephanie, and we're gonna talk about my resume, my portfolio side, and pretty much getting hired. Like, hopefully she can, well, let me not say hope. I look forward to the good news that she has for me because this morning I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and the right side of depression. And I'm just being transparent with my journey and sharing my life experience. And this is where I'm at. This morning, it's like me vlogging and doing this reality series, My Life on Blast, is just like, this shit is like next level therapy because I'm watching myself. I'm listening to myself. I'm seeing the mindset that I was in. And I'm comparing it to where I'm at now, and I'm just like, I'm able to see myself outside of myself and from a different perspective. And it's like I'm noticing things that I didn't
In 1
notice.
mile, use the left 2 lanes to keep left at I-285 East.
Yeah, so I'm noticing things that I wasn't aware of in those moments. And I just realized recently that it's like I'm stagnant, but I'm moving. Like I'm having the same financial struggles that I did in 2019, and I'm about to turn 29. And not that. Hold on, let me look at the GPS real quick. I'm a firm believer in not bottling your emotions, not letting things be held.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Not letting things be held within and letting it fester. You know, you gotta let your emotions run its course, and you know, let it go through your system. If you need to cry, you should cry. If you need to scream, you should scream. If you need to go for a run, go for a run. If you need to take a moment to breathe, take a moment to breathe. You know, so it's just like, I'm not embracing a negative mindset. I'm not living in a negative mindset. I'm being transparent about where I'm at in my journey, and I'm also letting the emotions run its course. So if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and on the right side of depression, okay, so I am depressed today. That's what I'm feeling, and I'm gonna let it run its course, and we're gonna get right back to being happy. We're gonna get right back to positive mindset. Like I said previously, like, yes, I feel beat up, but I'm not defeated. Yes, I woke up this morning feeling a way about the current status of my life situation, but I'm not giving up. Life is hard and giving up is easy. But if you say fuck it, things don't get better, things get worse. Like, if I were to just be like, you know what, fuck this shit, I give in and I give up, things aren't gonna get better for me, they're gonna get worse. So you might as well put up a fight for what you believe in. You might as well fight for your success. You might as well fight for your business to do well. You might as well fight for your creativity to be turned into coins. Because once we win, life is better. Life gets worse when you give up. It doesn't get better. So you might as well grind harder, go harder, and just figure out what the fuck is going on. You know, like, I'm not quitting, I'm not giving up. I'm just gonna figure out what the fuck is going on. But today, I feel away. Today, I'm in my feelings. I'm in my bag. I feel beat up. Like, I feel like I took some blows, because I'm just like, damn, son, like, these be the moments where people start questioning their relationship with God, because it's just like, I've been praying my whole life. I've been connected to Christ my whole life. You know, and it's just like, damn, can I just get a glimmer of light? Can I get a pot to piss in? Like, can I get something? Like, shit. The only thing I do is probably, you know, if we, you know, clocking niggas' sins and wrongdoings, the only shit that I've done is watch some pornography and be selfish. But does that mean I gotta be like? I feel like I'm just like being punished. Like, what the fuck did I do? You know, but I'm not gonna turn my back on Christ. I'm not gonna turn my nose to God. You know, I'm not blaming him. I'm not about to be like, oh, you know, what the fuck? You know, like, just gotta go harder, man. So we gonna talk to Steph today and see what good news she has or what advice she has that I can better present myself so I can get a job and not be struggling anymore and finally have something to stand on, because you know I'm pretty rock bottom right now. I'm pretty rock bottom. This is me at rock bottom.
Hi, how are you?
Looking for somebody who has experience with these big numbers, and I was like, well, if that be the case, then how does one go about getting that experience of dealing with those numbers so the people in that in that office can turn to yeses instead of nos? And she was just like, you know, it's a catch-22 type of thing, and then that's when we got to, she was just like, you know, maybe you just need to change the context. You know, maybe your title needs to be like brand partnerships or brand strategist or coordinator. But when you put junior art director, it's like people are looking for a certain thing and that thing is not there.
Yeah.
But I'm still capable. But it's like, it's a weird gray area of, it's like I'm not talking the language as perfectly as they want it to be heard.
I hear you. And that's very common. That happens.
Yeah, and I'm just, you know, I have conversations like these. I'm just like constantly iterating, just trying to figure out like, how do I get this circle into a triangle?